Horror Stories in York Part 20. 9th of May 1153. The return and the miracle of the Archbishop. William Fitzherbert, nephew of King Stephen, was born in York and dedicated his life to worship. In 1141 he was elected Archbishop of York, but deposed 6 years later by the Pope himself, who favoured the abbot of the nearby Fountains Abbey and placed him in the Archbishop's seat. William was exiled and fled to Sicily, and he only returned to England in 1153 upon hearing about the deaths of both the Pope and the newly installed Archbishop. He was once again asked to take up the mitre of the Archbishop of York. On the 9th of May 1153, William sailed on a barge up the River Ouse into the city of York. Hundreds lined the river and the bridges to get a glimpse of this triumphant return. And as more and more crammed onto Ouse Bridge, the simple wooden structure gave way, plunging hundreds into the perilous waters below. William saw the tragedy unfold before him and called out to God in heaven to save those poor souls in the perilous waters. It is thought that his prayer saved every single one of those people, as miraculously no one died in the treacherous water. After his triumphant return, William's popularity soared higher than ever, but his enemies were constantly lurking around the corner. After almost 30 days in the position of Archbishop, William fell ill after celebrating Mass at York Minster and died a week later. It was believed he had drunk from a poisoned chalice, and one of his archdeacons was accused of his murder. He was summoned to the royal court, but King Stephen died before the trial could take place, and there's no record of what happened to the archdeacon after. William was buried at York Minster, and shortly afterwards, miracles began to happen at his tomb. He was declared Saint William of York in 1226, and his feast day is the 8th of June, the day of his death. William's shrine at York Minster would become a place of pilgrimage, and it was a sight to behold until it was taken down and hidden from King Henry VIII. The remains of his shrine can still be seen today in the Yorkshire Museum.